Hi there, this is Saving Crypto, second video of today. The first one was talking about the new APRs in the Maiar DEX, and I'm not happy about it, but it's not the end of the world, is it? Somebody in the comments suggested I look at the Houston strategy, and this is basically just using a EGLD LKMEX pool to produce LKMEX. It doesn't particularly imply that you do compounding as such, apart from in the actual MEX staking. But it did get me thinking that, the compounding I was always trying to do here because of, the APRs were really high. But the APRs are higher now in the MEX. So it would make sense that, for the maximum gains, I just have everything making LKMEX. So I'd basically have this farm here making LKMEX, this one here too, and then put all that into there. However, I'm not going to do that because I know next week the RIDE token is going to be in the Maiar DEX, and I think there'll be the opportunity to maybe farm some RIDE or something like that, which might be as attractive as MEX was in the first place back in the olden days 2 weeks ago. So for that reason, I want to be producing some MEX as well, because I want to certainly play with that. So I think what I'm going to do is when I harvest these two, I'm just going to put it into the straight MEX. I may as well demonstrate this. I mean, I've just done a harvest just as you do normally. So if you look in my account, you can see here that I've got, it's not a lot really. I've got $56 worth of MEX, and I've got $174 worth of LKMEX, and I'm going to put that into the straight MEX farm. Now I may as well have both of them producing LKMEX, because I believe if I withdraw the MEX that I put in, I'll still be able to take it out as MEX. At least I hope so. Let's try it with a small amount and see what happens. So I'm going to select the MEX that I've got, and I'm going to go maximum, and I'm going to leave that locked, press stake. I did notice that this morning some of these transactions have just been failing. Some have been timing out. Some have just been hanging there, just doing nothing. I guess there's a lot of people moving stuff around at the moment, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, this seems to be taking a while. Just while I'm doing this, if you ever want to know the status of a transaction, if you copy that thing there and then go over to explorer.elrond.com, you can put that hash in there, and then it will tell you the status of it there. It says pending. I mean, maybe I should push the slippage up a little bit or something, I don't know. Pause the video while I'm waiting. Okay, so that did finish. Okay, so that's good. Now I have this MEX farm here producing locked MEX. So my question is, if I was to withdraw that, I would get MEX and locked MEX. So that's fine. So next week, if I decide I want to do something with RIDE, I'll be able to have some MEX that I can turn into EGLD that I can combine with locked MEX and do stuff with. Okay, so I'm happy with that. That's cool. What I'll do, I'll also stake that other locked MEX that I've got. So just go to stake, and that will be the locked MEX there, and that's that amount there. And I'm going to stake it all, and I'm going to lock this as well. Okay, so that's the farm stake added. So, okay, so it's a bit of a different setup now. So I've got the straight MEX ones producing locked MEX at the rate of 1,534% APR. And then I've got these two down here that are using the LP tokens to produce MEX and locked MEX. Now, I suppose a lot of people might be thinking, why don't I just withdraw the LP tokens from these, get the EGLD back, and then stake the MEX here and put the EGLD staking back in the Maiar app? Well, basically the Maiar app's only going to get me the maximum of about 13% APR, whereas I'm still getting more here. So I think for the moment I'm going to leave the LP tokens as they are. I'm not going to add to them. I'm not going to compound like I was doing before. I'm just going to take the output and put it into here for the time being. That's my plan. Let's have a look at what everyone else is thinking. Okay, so this is my video from this morning. So Graydon Forward says, don't overthink it, go with I assume he means LKMEX. Go with LKMEX. The APY is locked in for that. I can see why Elrond have done this to provide long-term growth and value in the exchange and not have all the money sucked out by a bunch of locusts. Yeah, I can see the point actually, yeah, because if you'd made a ton of money, a lot of people probably just want to turn their money back into EGLD and then spend it on Lambos, I suppose. Nas says, what I did was unstake it all, restate the new percentage in 4 farms, but flip the ratio between them. Oh, right, yeah, I saw someone else say this down here. Somebody was just talking about adjusting the Denver strategy so that it still works. The only problem I have with that is the fact that the actual APR you're talking is now much lower, so you're not producing as much MEX that you can turn into EGLD that you can recombine to make the LP tokens. That said, at the moment, these are going to take a long, long time to get to the harvest level, which, by the way, as you probably noticed, is now $50. It's not 20 anymore, it's 50. I mean, even for me with like a rather large position, it's still taking a while to get up to $50. So for some low ballers, it's going to be like a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. I'll keep looking. I'll probably do another update later on today. So yeah, make sure you subscribed. Just keep grinding. We'll get there. Don't worry. It's all going to be good, I'm sure. All right. This is Saver Crypto saying thank you very much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, tick the notification bell, and tell your friends.